Buckingham Palace is the home to the King or Queen's office. It's one of the most important royal buildings there is. Obviously, being the office to the royals. Obviously, it's one of the most important buildings. Obviously, the person whose office is there at the moment and lives there, I think lives there, as it's either Falcon Cottage, is obviously Charles III. So, yeah, great place. It cost like £130 million to rebuild after it got bombed in World War II. Next, okay, let's move on. Next up, we have Big Ben, which is the biggest clock tower in London. Big Ben. Big Ben is one of the most recognisable clock towers in the world. The clock tower has 4 faces with symbols from the 4 UK countries, so England, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland, or Northern Ireland. On each clock, it would have something. So I know for England, it's obviously the rose for the Rose of Wars, the Rose of Wars, or the War of the Roses, however you want to say it. And it has one symbol from each country on each side of the clock. To get up to the top level from the basement, well, not from the basement, from the lower level, it would take you through around 336 steps. It is the 4 countries of the UK. It's over 100 years old. So it's not exactly 100, it's over 100, but I don't know the exact time. But that's what it looks like there. A massive big tall tower, and obviously it's one of the most recognisable for having 4 clock tower faces. Most big clock towers only have one. Only have 1 face, maybe 2. But this one has 4 with a massive big bell, and when it hits 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, every time that many times. So 1 o'clock, chime 1 time, 2 o'clock, chimes 2 times. And yep, there you have it. Well, anyway, guys, welcome back to Haunted History. I hope you enjoyed the first 2 famous buildings of the world. That's what this video is about. There's 3 more to come yet, so if you like history, haunted places, buildings, people, this is a channel for you. Make sure you subscribe, and let's move on. Now we've got Downing Street, another famous building. That's a home as well, not just a country but also a home. 10 Downing Street is the home of the UK Prime Minister. At this moment in time, the home is owned to Rishi Sunak, the UK's new Prime Minister, who was home for Liz Truss for 45 days. At Downing Street, there was also House 11 and 12, but obviously the Prime Minister doesn't live there, but he owns them, and they're also home to other high-up leaders of Parliament. This area in London is gated off and not open to the public. Because Buckingham Palace, you can have a tour around Windsor Castle, you can go up to it. But 10 Downing Street, you can't go up, you can't go in. It's closed off to the public, gates locked and everything. The home of the PM or either the Prime Minister or PM for short, lives at the house for 4 years when they are Prime Minister, and the house number is number 10. Obviously, number 10 has a big arch around it, and it's the only one that actually has an arch. 11 and 12 have black doors with the same number, just they don't have the arch, and that's how you know that's the UK, that's the Prime Minister's one. So our next place is the Houses of Parliament. The place of Westminster serves as the meeting place for both the House of Commons and the House of Lords. House of Commons have red sofas, House of Lords have green sofas. The 2 Houses of Parliament of the United Kingdom, and formerly known as the House of Parliament, commonly known as the House of Parliament. The place lies on the north bank of the River Thames in the city of Westminster in central London, England. It was rebuilt in 1870. The owner is the monarch, so at this time the owner is King Charles III in the right of the crown, and is in London Borough, the city of Westminster. Obviously the River Thames is the main river that runs through London, and back in England when it was really cold, in winter the River Thames would freeze, because the ice would be so thick they would actually have parties on the ice with stalls and food, and you could go out on there. Obviously now, climate change, it's a lot warmer, and the ice, if you went on it, would crack, and you'll probably drown in a matter of seconds in the freezing cold or get hypothermia and die. So we can't do that anymore. But yet, you have the House of Commons and the House of Lords, 2 different houses that don't really get along, a lot of arguments. A lot of famous laws and decisions go down in this building right here. With the Prime Minister goes in, he says this, this and this, and then there's a big argument voting, and then someone will win. And finally, you've got the white St. Paul's Cathedral. I don't know why I said white, it's just white. St. Paul's Cathedral is an Anglican cathedral in London, at the seat of the Bishop of London. So the Bishop of London owns St Paul's Cathedral. The cathedral serves as the mother church of the Diocese of London. It is on Ludgate Hill at the highest point of the City of London, and it is a Grade 1 listed building. Architects Christopher Wren, Nicholas Hammer and Robert Huckey started construction on June 1675, and it was officially opened in 1710 at the height of 111 metres tall. So that's it right there. That big white building is St Paul's Cathedral. It's a Grade 1 listed building, which means, yes, it can be changed, but it can't be knocked down or destroyed because it's under protection from London City Council, the City of London. So Ludgate Hill is the highest point in the City of London. I was saying them architects are now dead and they're buried. I don't know where they're buried, but they are buried, obviously. So that's St Paul's Cathedral. And yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. So if you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe to the Big HH Haunted History. Yep, so please do go ahead and subscribe down below. Leave a like, leave a comment if you want, I'll respond to you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, until next time.